Okay, fun seekers, we're actually in Blue Ridge area of Georgia, Blue Ridge, Ellijay, Morgantown. If you go to the visitor center in Blue Ridge, you can get these visitor maps. They give you all kinds of things to do. Now, Blue Ridge is an absolutely beautiful place. I used to come up here like 15 years ago, and it's definitely different than it was back then. But they've got all these maps that take you around to like junk stores, or if you want to see waterfalls. There's different themes of the maps, I guess you'd say. A couple of things about Airbnbs that I want to give you for pointers and tips in areas like this. I mean, if you're going to like Florida in a flatland area to be near the beach, really some of this is not going to apply. In a mountainous area, you got to think about things like this. Now, our Durango, as beautiful as it is only two-wheel drive. And the driveway behind me is very steep, isn't it, Toots?
Yes.
It's so steep, in fact, my wife refuses to back up the driveway. I have to do that, which is fine, but there's a strategy you got to have with two-wheel drive. This is a gravel driveway at a pretty decent incline that backs out onto kind of a main road. But on the sides, on the apron, it's flanked by grass. So what I've been doing is kind of going at an angle, aiming for that grassy area. Because the first time we just about didn't get up there, and there's not enough room to turn around down here, is there, Tootsie?
No.
The other thing I recommend is maybe bring like basic condiments with you, like salt and pepper. And then another thing you might want to bring with you is a basic toolkit, because the bathroom, the master bathroom in this place, the aerator on the bathroom faucet is completely plugged up with sediment or whatever. And there's like a trickle of water. I mean, it won't even rinse off your toothbrush, will it?
No.
We got to go in the kitchen to brush our teeth. So I don't have any tools with me. I'm going to pick up a pair of pliers today and just fix that for the owner. I'm not going to trouble him with any of that, because I own rental properties in Florida, and I understand that they get a little bit more use and abuse than your average house does. And I don't want to be, I know I don't like to be called in the middle of the night with something like that. So I'm not going to trouble the landowner and complain about this at all. But we're going to get underway here, hit this map, follow this map, get some, what are we going to get, biscuits and gravy?
I hope so.
Biscuits and gravy, that's what you got to get in Georgia. Somebody's got a barn with a pickup truck on the second floor sticking out up there. You can see it. We're starting out on Highway 5 in Georgia, and we're going to go, I don't know, somewhere, but we're going to try to end up here in this McCloskey. No, McKaysville, Georgia, I guess. I can't read backwards. Can't even read forwards, to be honest with you. Another thing I wanted to drop in and say, if you want to go to my main channel sometime and watch me struggle to fit into really small cars, because I'm a rather large guy, and work on them and bring them back to life, that's my main channel. It's called Grease Belly Garage. Feel free to drop by there sometime. You'll see some pretty interesting things on there from time to time. There's a sign right here that says honey for sale. But my wife says I'm off the market. By the way, when you're in Georgia, if somebody's driving faster than you, they're a maniac. And if they're driving slower than you, they're an idiot. Right, Tootsie? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we spotted this little antique place here on the right, but it looks like my kind of place. Look at this guy.
Look how cute he is.
Very cool.
Oh, look at all those signs.
This looks really cool. What's that sign in your hand?
About this, somebody had changed it from no dumping to no humping.
No humping? Is that for sale? All right, this is my kind of place. We got all kinds of mechanical doodads and signs. And by the way, this is one of the nicest 67 to 72 Chevy tailgates I've ever seen. I mean, this is like an original piece here. Good and heavy and firm, and you can tell by the lettering paint job, this is original chrome. This was probably taken off of a truck brand new and put in a barn, because it probably had a slide-in camper on it. There's a bunch of old power pole insulators. I mean, all different colors and styles. And this guy's got the stuff here. General Motors Technical Training Center. Jimmy Olsen comic book. Icy. Even the shelving is old. Tom's toasted peanuts and delicious sandwiches. Serve yourself. 5 cents. There's a cat litter box. I don't think that's an antique. Amelie.
I don't.
Those are old fire extinguishers. I remember this candy mix when I was a kid. That old time mix. Yeah, it was good stuff. Which ones are your favorite? I like the striped ones.
I don't remember.
It was all good though. It all kind of tasted like
all
each
tasted
other.
the same.
Yeah. Okay, so that was an antique store. So anybody that's interested, it's called Smith Station Antiques. The guy's got everything. Well, he's got everything for a guy. I don't think you didn't find much there for you, did you, Tootsie?
No, I didn't. But
If you're a guy and you like old signs and just old doodads and railroad crossing lights and all kinds of crap like that, this is your guy. Okay, here's a little strip center store. It's Teacups and Twigs, antique and shabby chic. Shabby chic. Or shabby chic, I guess. So GBG is in there right now, looking for piggy banks and ceramic pigs or whatever it is she likes. A lot of the other antique shops on this map are in downtown Blue Ridge, where the scenic railway train takes off. And we're going to do that tomorrow. Those are pretty easy to spot because they're kind of like all clustered together. We went into several of those, but, you know, I think we bought a few things in there. They had some cool stuff, you know, just typical antique shop stuff. Then we're going to finish up the day with a really good trip to hopefully a really good trip to the Swan Drive-In Theater, which is a drive-in theater that's been in operation since 1955. We just stopped at a place, you know, these restaurants off the side of the road. Anytime you eat at one where their country is spelled with a K, or coffee, or cup, like this one's called Pat's Country Kitchen, country with a K, they're usually pretty good. Ironically, they can't spell, but they can cook. Mrs. GBG gives it 3.9 out of 5 stars. That's more stars than she gives me. There's only one way to spell bozo, right?
that's right.
Okay, this is the little town of Blue Ridge. In the background, you'll hear my wife's phone going off repeatedly because I can't get her to turn her volume down to hear an occasional oink oink.
You just silenced it.
Oh, you silenced it? Uh-oh, I just got scolded. She silenced it. They just so happen to have the Blues and Barbecue Festival this weekend, but it kind of rained them out a little bit. Oh, there's somebody wearing a mask still. So, uh-oh. There was Fleetwood Mac, so I'm probably going to get copyrighted for that. I don't care. Whatever.
This is a cool car. What is this?
This is a
Nice.
Dodge Durango.
I love it.
It's mine.
It's mine. Don't let him lie to you.
It's hers. Do you remember the intro to the Flintstones? And they're going to the drive-in theater,
Okay,
and he goes like this. He'll go like 2.
like this and then that?
No, he goes like 2.
Oh, okay.
Like he's getting 2 tickets for him and Wilma.
Oh, okay.
Go watch the Flintstones on YouTube and you'll see what I'm talking about. Man, I haven't been to one of these in a long time. Okay, so you set up like this, and it used to be that the speaker would hang from these poles onto your car window. See, you can hear what's... See? There we go. This is going to be really good.
Huge, huge bucket of popcorn.
Do it. Wow.
That's exactly how it used to be, like in the 50s and 60s.
We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go! Visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. And all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now. It's showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
All right, it was a pretty exhausting night at the drive-in theater last night, but I highly recommend that. That was the coolest thing I've done in a long time, and my wife has never done a heavy Tootsie.
No.
Did you like it?
I did.
If you're over 50 years old, you might want to hold off on some of that food because because there was some stomach growling going on the way back, wasn't there, babe?
Yes.
Yeah, my stomach's not bulletproof anymore. So here we go on the train. Doing some good to walk off some of this food. I don't know. I'm not walking to it though. Smile, Tootsie. Oh, she wanted to kiss. Should have seen us at the drive-in last night.
Going. So the right-hand side, a lot of volunteers do great work. Here we're growing lots of food for some of the families in need in the Blue Ridge and Bannock County area. But first, the state authority took them over. They were originally going to pull those tracks up. 6-2, I cannot walk through that door right upright. But it is actively used. They don't use it every Sunday. Obviously, there's nothing going on now. They'll have special services throughout the year. They'll have weddings. So good view of the river right here. So the name of the river in Georgia is the Toccoa River. And then once it enters into Tennessee, the name changes over to the Missouri. The same river, one doesn't flow into the other. Just changes names. There's a bridge that separates from Kaysville and Copper Hill. Once it goes underneath that bridge, the name changes. But the meaning of those two names cannot be more opposite. So the both Cherokee names, Toccoa means beautiful, Ocoee means apricot vine. Seen there occasionally as well. You'll be able to see the two cabooses in the rear of the engines. And again, I'll hit the highlights on the way back, so something like this you'll be able to get a picture of it and we'll be ready on those.
Copper Hill? Copper Hill and McKaysville, Georgia is kind of the same town. There's a line that runs right through. Yeah, Georgia on one side and Tennessee on this side. So right now we're in Tennessee, or right on the state line actually. There's the train reloading. There's my beautiful bride. Right? Say right.
Right.
Right. These homes are cool.
You want to know how you used to be able to get a house about 100 years ago, a little bit more? You had these row of houses on the right-hand side, particularly this one with the orange door right there, but back in the early 1900s, you used to be able to order a house through the Sears catalog. On the whole house just a little bit longer. There's our Mr. Fancy car with his Chevelle convertible SF over there. He's here most every day. Showing his car. Around here, you see this viney plant growing over just about everything you can see outside the left-hand side of the train. That is kudzu.
We are again approaching the Steel Railroad Bridge, which is very close to the train. All passengers in the open-air cars, please be seated until we reach the other side of the bridge. Keep your head and arms inside the train. Our host, please check the vestibule.
Houses on here, huh? Look at the one of those toots. Look at that, beautiful, huh? These people do that every day.
So we're here to a lot more of that. Whoa, there we go. Through the gear over there off into the woods. We're here to more of that wheel of the wheel of the wheel. Alright, clear these last couple of trees coming up right here, right where this picnic table is, right where that, under the shop. Here on the left-hand side, back in the early 1900s, this used to be a train depot and a post office.
And hope you've had a memorable time. As we return to Blue Ridge, please look around and be sure you have all your personal items. Your car host will check the lost items, and anything found will be turned into the lost and found in the depot ticket box.
Alright, so we're going to be going into the depot here in just a couple of minutes. So thank you again for spending the day with us here at Blue Ridge.
Oh, we're on. Okay, the train ride's over. Words of wisdom here. There's a little bit of walking. So I was huffing and puffing getting to the car. Make sure you're a little bit early, getting on the train to go there, and getting back on the train from the stop. Right, Tootsie?
Yes.
And if there's any kids on your car, I mean, you should just get the open air car because it seems like the other ones aren't that big of a deal. They're just more money, unless it's like blazing hot. They got restrooms. They got a pretty nice concession car. And it was a really good experience, actually. I liked it. The little town you go to, it's Sunday, so not a lot was open, so we didn't get to do much except eat, really. But there was a bunch of little kids on our open car, and their parents bought one of them this little train whistle thing, about that big. It was pink. And it sounds like a recorder that's only got one note.
Yes, exactly.
And that kid was absolutely a celebrity on that car by the time we got off. Everybody was talking about it because all he did was blow the thing the entire time. So, you might want to take an Ativan with you if you take those kinds of things, or, you know, some magnesium, calm the nerves a little bit. Right, Toots?
Right.
So that's my advice. And with that, that's going to conclude this video of our little trip to Blue Ridge for the 4-day little birthday bash for my beautiful bride. Make sure you check out my other channel, Grease Belly Garage, for car stuff and other random mechanical stuff and a little bit of air conditioning stuff sometimes, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, and make sure you subscribe and like and all that crap that people say on YouTube. So that's it. We'll catch you on the flip side.